Okay, I've been working, so excuse the appearance, but this video is to show you how I took this kitchen by myself. Wait, let me not say kitchen, these cabinets, because I'm nowhere near done. How I took these cabinets by myself from this to this. So if you want to see how I did it, keep on watching. Okay, so when we moved in here, the cabinets was the first thing. There's gonna be background noise, so I'll make sure I talk loud enough for you guys to hear me. I have a Frenchie right here who's acting like she's having a heart attack, but she's not. That's just what she does. The door is open, 2 doors are open because I used some chemical stuff, some spray paint somewhere, so it is what it is. I've got fans on, so yeah, there's gonna be noise, but I need to talk to you guys about this because I'm about to do step 2 on this kitchen. So step 1 was the cabinets. When we first moved in, I'm showing you all the pictures. These cabinets were the first thing that I said, okay, they gotta go, I hate them. And it's 3 years later. They never got taken care of, so I said, hey, I'm gonna do it myself. I watched 1,000,005 YouTube videos on how to get paint off cabinets, how to repaint your cabinets, how to refinish your cabinets, all that, and went to work. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about what I did. As you may know, if you watch some of my shorts, I went ahead and went with citrus strip for my adhesive, well, not adhesive because it's an adhesive remover, I don't know, whatever, for my paint stripper. I went with that for my paint stripper, and the main reason I did it was so that I could remove the stuff indoors without killing everyone in the house. But it didn't work solely by itself. So with the citrus strip, there's a lot of little tips and tricks that I went, because I mean, I have a lot of cabinets. This kitchen goes over here, over here, over here, the ones below, everywhere. So yeah, there's a lot going on in here. So I removed all the cabinets and the drawers, and then, you know, of course, did the areas in between. The first day, day 1, I realized that it was working pretty good. Day 1, the main key tip I have is to make sure it stays wet. So you put it on kind of thick, wait about an hour, and sometimes it'll dry up. My house stays pretty warm, so it was working fairly well, but then the fumes were too strong for me. I always hear everybody say low fumes, no fumes. The fumes were way too much for me and my family. I went to bed that night with a migraine. The room was well ventilated, fans on. My daughter got a migraine, so I took it to the garage for the most part, for the cabinets and the doors. And the garage is a little cooler because I was working at night, so you know, it wasn't working as well. There was a lot of layers of paint. The paint was thick and nasty, as you can probably see. There was a really good primer on there because it's the same primer I used. So it took a lot. It took a lot more than just the citrus strip. After the citrus strip, I used razors. I used scrapers. Do I have one right here? I was just using one for something else. I don't see it though. Scrapers that you just get from the Dollar Tree. I used putty knives. I used scrubbers. This is a dish one, so don't mind it. But like the hard scrub mommies. To get as much paint off as I can. Some areas I had to do a second layer of the citrus strip. Then after that, it was still, and mind you, I'm still on the fronts of the cabinets, the face of it. It was still pretty bad. So I went ahead and, what did I do after that? I have a heat gun. I did that. That was short-lived. First of all, I was hot. I decided to do that in the daytime, and it was just like, whatever. I put that on, scraped it off. It did what it needed to do. It did a little bit. Then after that, I used Brillo, the metal, I'll put a picture on here, scrubbers. So I use those with vinegar and water solution. So the door is, you know, most paint off, it's little paint in areas and like the crevices. So I just got vinegar and water, soak the sponge, scrub, 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 scrub. scrubbed forever. That helped a lot. And then after the vinegar and water, I did the sanding. Yeah, I did. I did it after and before, actually. So let them dry out. Used my sander. I used an 80 grit sanding tool first, and then came back with like the 240 to make them all smooth. Mind you, we're still on the fronts. This took me a month. It took a month to do because I'm limited on time. I have kids that have activities. I work during the day, so it took the fronts of the cabinets. So what I ended up doing, and I'm showing you to show you that it doesn't look horrible. It's not the best. I didn't take the paint off of this. I did not take the paint off the backs. So this video is going to tell you all the shortcuts that I took because it's my house. I can do what I want. And all of the tips and tricks that I learned. So you'll see that you can kind of see through the paint up here. Oh, right here. Well, right here I didn't care, but right here a little for sure. But that's just me. I mean, no one's coming in my home to inspect the back sides of my cabinet. So, and I was tired. So what I did with this, I sanded these down a lot. So I sanded them to death, scrubbed them with vinegar and water, and then went ahead and put the primer, 2 layers of primer, 2 layers of paint. This side has 2 layers of primer, 2 layers of paint, but this side was, you know, the paint was all the way removed. So that's how I got the paint off of those cabinets. Next is the hardware. So I wanted to buy hardware and I didn't realize how expensive hardware is. So we decided to keep the hardware and I spray painted it. What happened was I got the little minis. I got these drawer pulls from a website for $2, a pack of 10, and the color is champagne bronze. So I put a Walmart order in and placed an order for champagne bronze. I can't even tell you for sure if this is champagne bronze because the spray paint doesn't have a name on it. I literally asked the man who delivered it, like, is this champagne bronze? And he said it's close. We both laughed and I came home because that's how much over it I was. So I used a couple coats of that, and then also I used the clear coat on top of that, and I used many coats of the clear coat, and I'll probably come in ever so often, clean them up, and spray more coats of the clear coat. So you can see the difference. These are a little more shiny than these, but I mean from far away you can't, oopsies, like you can't tell the difference. Unless I point it out, you can't tell the difference, so I don't care. Maybe one day I'll go and match the paint exactly and change them up, whatever, who knows, who cares. So I did that. That was fairly easy. That was like the easiest part of everything. And then, let's see here, where I messed up. Let me tell you about my mistakes. So, when you're removing cabinets, these things here were hell to get back in. You see how this is out a little bit? It's not even laying flush, and it was before. I did get some paint inside the hole, so I scraped them and, you know, put them back on. You kind of need to, like, if you have like a mallet or something, kind of like hammer it in there. I was not willing to do that. From the front, you can't tell. So when you look at this one, as you can see, the back side of this cabinet actually looks like I only put 1 coat of paint or 1 coat of the primer. Who knows? At this point, this was one of the last ones I did. I didn't care anymore. But this is more flat. So most of them are, yeah, that's flat. Well, the top one isn't as flat. Most of them are, but again, you can't tell. The bottom ones are. I really had to go in and do the bottom ones because the bottom ones were noticeable, the top ones were not. Second mistake. These bottom cabinets are not, they're not correct. I need to come back. They're supposed to be upright. like this. I don't know what this is. What are my kids? It's our junk drawer. I need to come back and I need to change this one to this side, this one to this side, because these are supposed to be up here like that. If you notice, so I have 6 cabinets that are all on upside down. So that was another mistake. One more thing, these kind of turn. I was supposed to put glue in these from what a YouTube video said. I don't know. So I'm gonna go back in, fix those issues, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start on the backsplash. The next thing, so I looked up like how to do tile backsplash. I mean, if you use the sticky stuff and then put it on and then, you know, put the grout, it doesn't look hard. It's something definitely I could do, but I decided to go ahead and go with some peel and stick. Not the cheap one, but you know, not up here either. So the next thing I need to do is go ahead and I'm going to do backsplash, then, excuse me, I'm going to do backsplash, then countertops. I was going to do countertops, then backsplash, but I feel like the countertops are going to get messed up from me from being freshly done and then me doing the backsplash. So that's next. So yeah, that's how I got years and years worth of paint off of my cabinet. It wasn't an easy process at all. It took, like I said, a whole month for me to get the paint off of the cabinets. So this is just an inspirational video. If you're just a girl or a guy like me that's never done anything and you want to go ahead and do something to your house, do it yourself. If you have the time, it's cheap, it's not easy, but it's doable. And after I got the paint off, it became like a fun project, you know, painting it. Like I said, 2 layers of primer, 2 layers of paint. I didn't use some top of the line paint. I used a little cheap paint. I probably could have done a better paint, but I didn't. And I mean, it's fine. I may go over them again. I may not. Who knows? It just depends on how it looks. So I wanted to show you guys this process before I move on to the next process, because the next process I'm going to have you guys with me through everything, through the backsplash, through the countertops, and through whatever else I decide to do. This first one, that was my plan, but I was so stressed out. Like, it's hard. You know, it's not easy. It's gonna take time, elbow grease. You know, I won't say money. It takes a little money, not too much money, but it's not an easy process. So hang in there if you're, you know, currently doing it. If you're thinking of doing it, just do it. Don't let this scare you. I did it, and I'm like shuffling kids back and forth every day, working. I have 5 dogs, okay? And I was able to do it, so you can do it too. It'll definitely make your home look pretty and of course increase the value. Don't mind this house, it's been like a construction zone. There's shit everywhere. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to take you guys through the process of how I did it. Okay, so I just went back and kind of looked at this video just to make sure you guys could hear me, and I look a mess and my energy is, so I'm so sorry about that. I had to get on right now. It was now or never, because I'm about to start this other project. So excuse me for that. The other videos probably won't be so, you know, low energy and whatever. And I'll try to do something before I come on camera. Well, actually, no, I won't. Scratch that. I'm not. I'm working, okay? Mom is working, okay? All right, guys, like the video. If you guys want to see how I continue to renovate this kitchen by myself, DIY, just a mom, no experience, let me know. I mean, subscribe to the channel. Thanks, bye.